Alright, I am getting tested for coronavirus. Pulling up the CVS now. I've had symptoms for, this is my 4th day with symptoms. That's not a good sign. Alright. My test came back negative. I don't have coronavirus. Back at work today. It's Thursday. I wanted to talk for a second. I don't really know where I'm going to put this. If I'll use it. Maybe I will one day. Maybe I will soon. I don't know. I'm struggling with where I'm at right now and what God's asking me to do, being here in Kansas City. Outside the U.S., it doesn't look like the missions that I was anticipating or looking for. And then this whole media thing, and not sharing the gospel, not doing direct ministry, it's so hard to really, like, you have to connect yourself to what you're doing, and I can be too hard on myself. I think I understand and have been able to communicate lots of times how this connects to missions, but it's just challenging to sometimes believe it. I think especially in an environment where I think I find a lot of my identity, a lot of my good feeling around what I do from acknowledgement, from people saying, wow, that was really good. And I think I've realized that's not all bad, but I've realized that I've been in an unhealthy way leaning on that. And I think God's kind of giving me an opportunity to not do that or not be in that place, i.e. I'm in a new environment where no one knows me and I'm not really doing a lot mostly because of coronavirus, also because I'm trying to take it slow. I'm trying to listen to the Lord. I'm trying to pray. And I'm sort of in this position right now where I feel like I'm just not doing anything of significance or anything that is really huge or really big. And then it doesn't look, maybe I spent 2 years in Norway, 2.5 years in Norway, kind of building up to, I'm going to go accomplish something. We're going to go make something happen. And it kind of was a letdown. Like, I think I'm not going to ignore the fact that God was faithful and that God used us and I can see the fruit of what we did. But I was looking for something bigger, and we got kind of cut off short from accomplishing that something bigger. And now I'm sort of like, do I really want to go in after something bigger? How do I make sure it's the right something bigger? Where am I supposed to start? And I feel like I'm sort of stutter stepping a little bit. Stuttered, you saying the word stutter. I just feel, I feel like I have sort of an intense internal attack on this idea of missions, and I feel like if I can press through this, there might be something worth it on the other side. But right now, it just feels like I'm having to tell myself to press through, believe God. He told us to come here. It seems like a setup, him bringing us here. But now being here, it's just like, what am I doing? What are we trying to accomplish? And I think there's something about believing God and being faithful when you don't feel it, when you don't have any, when it doesn't make sense to you. I'm not saying this is like, it makes no sense, but it makes sense to my faith. It doesn't make sense to my, like, what I can see or what I can perceive. I think I just keep going. Just keep believing, keep trusting, and showing up. Here we go. So yesterday I went up to the prayer room for the afternoon. Just really spent some time with the Lord, asking him, like, what's going on? What do you have to say about work? All the stuff I'm trying to figure out. How do I make this count? How to make it productive, worth it, fruitful? And, oh man, it was good. It's really great being here next to the prayer room. I just felt like he was just saying, like, you got to trust me. You got to let go of trying to do something, make something happen. Like, and he brought up a real good point. Like, I'm not a leader here. I'm new here. And I'm really thankful for that. And he said, just embrace that. Embrace the fact that you're not the guy that's making the decisions. You're not the guy that's making it all count. You're just there to serve. You're just there to work hard and do what you can. And that is a lot. And that honestly is really freeing, just to recognize that I can just show up for work hard. I don't know why God brought us here. I don't know what we're going to do that's going to matter, that's going to accomplish something, that's going to affect something. But I know that I can do what I'm asked to do. I know I can serve. And I know they're doing stuff of significance here. And I don't know where my part in that is yet, but that's okay. And I felt like God was just reminding me of a lesson he taught me earlier this summer that I haven't really shared a whole lot with you guys on, and I'm going to share more later. But it's just talking about the fact that my identity doesn't come from what I can accomplish. It comes from his love for me. And that he's sort of basically saying now in this spot of like, you're showing up for work, you're doing this stuff, you're going to have to do that in obedience to me and in faith, not knowing why or what it's doing, how successful it is. You're going to have to do it in obedience to me right now, and that's going to have to be enough for you. And you're going to have to get your love, your significance, your validation, you're going to have to get that from me, apart from what you can accomplish, apart from what others think of you or what you think you're accomplishing, what you think you're proving with your work. That helps. It brings perspective a little bit and helps me kind of see, okay, I don't need to figure all this out right now. We're still sorting through so much. There's still so many things God's doing in my heart, changing the way I look at my marriage, my family, the way I look at the Bible. I mean, there's just been so many things he's doing in me. And that's important stuff that has to be done in this foundational period. And honestly, maybe it doesn't matter so much right now, the exact outcomes of what I'm doing. I just need to say yes to him, trusting that he brought us here for a reason. So that's what I'm going to do. There's a whole lot of a story here. Norway, a lot of stuff that God's been doing in me. And I haven't told you guys a whole lot about it, honestly, because I don't really know where to start. And also, I was just trying to make sure I got it. Like, God's been doing this significant work in me, and there's so much to talk about. There's so many things coming out of it that affect. I'm not going to stop what's happening to focus on trying to somehow communicate it with you guys. So it's just going to take some time for it to come out. It'll come out in pieces like this. You guys heard a little bit of it today, the core of it really. But I'm going to share as we go. Just filmed a course today, an e-course. Filmed one part of it. Filmed the rest next week. That was cool. Working on a campus tour video, editing that. Alright, that's it. It's Friday, 5 o'clock. Time to head home. Friday night means pizza. That means date night. Still got a bit of a head cold. We have a debrief course coming up in Colorado in like a week. And I'm excited about it. A lot of these questions we've been wrestling through are questions really coming out of our time in Norway still. Reflecting on that time and thinking about what we did right, what we didn't, how we can grow, how we can process our time in Norway. Already processed a lot, but there's more to process.